Eon. The Embassy of Lucifer was established in 1991, said by Magus Xerxes Sedge, as a political embassy representing the Dark Lord and his infernal empire, and as the vehicle for the creation of a new Eon. Magus Sedge understood at the time only that this new Eon, the Eon of Lucifer, would begin sometime after the year 1999. In the year 2000, Magus Sedge's magical experiments with Eonics culminated in the discovery of the word Detus as the magical dictum for the Eon of Lucifer. The year 2001 became known as Year 1 in the Eon of Lucifer. Magus Sedge had previously been appointed as an ambassador of the Embassy of S.A.T.A.N, and been ordained as a priest of the Church of Satan. He had also been a member of the Temple of Set, the Order of the Left-Hand Path, and the Order of Nine Angles. He had studied at length the literature of these and other satanic organizations. In the Embassy of Lucifer he brought together the philosophy of all these groups and combined this unified satanic philosophy with the system of ritual revealed to him by his unholy guardian demon, the spirit Aziel. The declaration of Detus, as the word of the Eon of Lucifer, can be seen as an indication that the Embassy of Lucifer is the natural successor to the Tus, Cos, and Otto / since the Eon of Lucifer succeeded the Eon of Set and the previous Eon of Horus. And like most satanic rituals, which invoke demons, as beings or forces alien to the magician, the rituals presented in the demonic Bible allow the magician to open the gates of hell and become one with the forces of darkness. It can now be seen that the Embassy of Lucifer fulfills the Eona's objectives in presencing the forces of darkness and becoming nexuses or gateways to the acausal, as well as establishing a new Eon and creating a new race, Homo Deus, called Homo Galacticus in Eona literature. The Embassy of S.A.T.A.N may no longer exist, but the social realist philosophy of Nomalus and the Embassy of S.A.T.A.N.'s goal of creating an independent nation, the island of Panshatan, influenced the philosophy and objectives of the Embassy of Lucifer. The Embassy of Lucifer may be seen as the successor to the Church of Satan, Temple of Set, Order of Oriental Templars, Order of Nine Angles, and Embassy of S.A.T.A.N. But Magus Sedge has made no claim of exclusivity for members of his organization. Members of the Embassy of Lucifer have an obligation to further the development and advancement of the satanic community by working with other satanic organizations for common goals and objectives. The law of the Eon of Lucifer, Thelema, Zephyr, Deus, or will to come into being as a god, gives those who recognize their own divinity the mandate to raise others with the potential to eventually become gods. The Embassy of Lucifer has no program, however, for initiating members, since it is not an organization for followers but rather for leaders. Other organizations already exist which serve the function of initiating neophytes and training adepts. Those who become adepts will find their way to the Embassy of Lucifer. Magus Circe, Antichrist. Magus Circe was born in 1970 in British Columbia, Canada. At the age of 7, after his family spent 2 years living in a haunted house, he became interested in the supernatural. His romance with the occult grew, and by the age of 13 he had studied a great many works on the occult and supernatural, including many books by researchers of the paranormal. He grew disinterested in parapsychology, however, as he found that parapsychologists were more concerned with paranormal events in themselves than with the spiritual reality which paranormal events suggested. He realized that parapsychologists would never find the scientific and rational explanation they sought, since they had blinded themselves to the mystic and spiritual reality which was the cause of the very events these researchers witnessed. At the age of 14, he turned his attention to mythology and folklore and has said that he fell in love with the goddess Diana of Greek mythology. His fascination with mythology quickly combined with his belief in the supernatural and drew him into the study of witchcraft and magic. Where parapsychology sought a rational explanation for occult phenomena, magic offered an answer. As 16, he read the Satanic Bible by Anton LaVey. Like many others who have been influenced by Satanism, he did not become a Satanist but, rather, realized that he had always been a Satanist. While most authors of books on witchcraft were more occupied with showing how good and pure and spiritual they were and how unsatanic the spells they practiced were, Anton LaVey presented magic for what it was. In 1989, while attending the University of Regina in Saskatchewan, Canada, Circe began practicing Satanism. He had already spent close to 8 years studying the occult but had only previously performed a few rituals. It was during this time that he began writing the demonic Bible. He claims that a number of strange events occurred which were witnessed by friends and companions as well as himself. These events culminated in his being contacted by the spirit Aziel, which began revealing to him the rituals contained in the demonic Bible. He performed the rituals and experienced the crossing of the gates in extremely vivid and symbolic dreams. In 1989, at the age of 19, he began working for the Atmosphere